Hello, welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and today you're about to witness solid proof of the characters of both William and Harry. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go well with Harry. Because it all starts with these headlines from the Telegraph. Prince Harry court claims lead coronation peace hopes in tatters. Duke dragged his brother into hacking case as he says he received secret Murdoch payout. Right off the gate, it seems that Harry is accusing William of something shady, right? It's the usual coming from a gingerbread, which so far hasn't found a single way to shine himself, so the only thing he can try is to smear others, in this case, his own brother. So, let's see what's this all about. And keep in mind that this is the Telegraph and written by Victoria Ward, which have already proven to be shills for Harry and Meghan. The Duke of Sussex appears to have scuppered any hope of a reconciliation with his brother at the coronation after claiming in court documents that the Prince of Wales received a secret payment from Rupert Murdoch's company over phone hacking. Prince William received a huge sum as part of a private settlement for being a victim of hacking, Prince Harry alleged in High Court papers made public on Tuesday as part of his case against the owners of the News of the World and The Sun. Notice that we start with ill-intentioned quotes when it is implied that it was a huge sum. As in, what do you mean by a huge sum? That is subjective. We're talking about a settlement. I'm not an attorney. I could be a bit off the mark in the proceedings, but one thing I'm completely sure is that there's no space for subjectivity here. But the most relevant content in the previous two paragraphs is that it was Harry who exposed William's settlement on those hacking matters. As in, not only William but the firm had been discreet about this, but since Harry is upset that his current trial is nothing more than a paper-thin attempt at a nothing burger, then he had to use the William card. And it gets worse. The payment, which the Telegraph understand was around £1 million, proves the existence of a secret agreement made between the royal household and news group newspapers, made in part to help rehabilitate the Queen, the Duke claimed. He also alleged in his witness statement that Queen Elizabeth II was personally involved in the secret pact, but later gave him permission to bring his own case against the publisher. So I was telling you that this was written with malicious intentions. For example, the fact that they pretend that a settlement out of court implies a secret agreement is misleading. As much as Harry is constantly talking about misinformation and this misinformation that, well, these paid people are on a direct smearing campaign on the royal family using his own words. And in Harry's witness statement, he also claimed that Queen Elizabeth II was personally involved in the secret pact. Please pay attention to the words. All this is to discredit the royal family. All this is to smear them before the coronation. All this is a Hail Mary in order to have some crumbs of attention at the cost of what's left of Harry's dignity and honor. I'm going to tell you, this is sickening. And the only proof you need that Harry is not only okay with all that the Telegraph and Victoria Ward claim is that the Montecito morons are not going to sue them. They are okay with this. They are more than happy. Maybe they are paying directly for this. Who knows? I understand that Harry is King Charles' son, but this is simply too much. Harry spent the last months of his grandmother smearing his brother, his father, his mother-in-law, and he just waited until the Queen died to greenlight the publishing of Netflix horror-mentary to take a dump in the 70-year legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. I mean, I need to be clear with you. I am not British. I do not live in the Commonwealth. I was barely aware that the British royal family existed 2 years ago, and I'm profoundly upset by this. And I think Harry deserves everything that he has brought upon himself, and the future that he is bringing to himself through all this. I sincerely hope that King Charles makes sure to send a message, not only to the Montecito sausages, but also to the world, that when he said overseas, he meant overseas. But this has been too much. At least we have the alleged fight between William and Harry, and I'm sure that a lot of you, my royal rogues, would love to see a rematch in pay-per-view. I don't think I could have the patience of King Charles with all that Harry had done. I would kick the ginger genes out of his body, in private, of course. But the real quid of all this matters is what happened to that secret payment to Prince William that was not secret at all. It was an out of court settlement between the parties that happens all the time. But well, we have this report by Sky News a couple years back. Prince William Katie gave Harry and Meghan $1 million in donation for Invictus Games Foundation. Claims the royal family were neglectful have been turned on their head after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Invictus Games Foundation received a $1 million donation from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Have you already made the connection in your mind? The Daily Mail's Richard Eden revealed the Royal Foundation linked to the Cambridges transferred more than $1 million to the charity Prince Harry founded to support injured veterans last year. It is understood the payment was made after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex ended their time as working royals and had moved to the United States. At the start of 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan famously left the palace as working royals in an event dubbed Maxit by the press. And the large sum came after Prince Harry and Meghan sat down for a bombshell interview with the talk show host Oprah Winfrey, airing their grievances about the royal family, which they accuse of racism and neglect. Large sum. Are you noticing a pattern here? And I need to invite Canel to today's episode because she's got the best insights to illustrate how Harry is a total twat. So Harry was offered a settlement for the 9 times he was hacked, $200,000. He refused because he wanted the same as William, $1 million or so, except William was hacked 35 times and Catherine 155. Are you starting to see the vile, petty, entitled, and envious clown Harry is? And 100 of William's settlement with NGN went to charity, and 100 of that with the closer went to charity too. William doesn't sue for money. He is rich. He sues to protect his privacy. Now, how much of this settlement Meghan and Harry got from the DM went into their own pocket? We are not done with Harry yet, because in another post of the Telegraph about these matters, we have this. A secret agreement was struck between the royal household and Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group over phone hacking in order to smooth the way for Camilla to become queen consort, Prince Harry has claimed. The Duke of Sussex has said that anything that might upset the apple cart, including high-profile legal action against the Murdoch press, was blocked by staff at Clarence House. With less than a fortnight to go until the coronation, which Prince Harry is due to attend, he has once again claimed that his own interests were sacrificed to protect the public image of his stepmother, who will be crowned alongside the king at Westminster Abbey. He says in the statement that attempts to force NGN to settle the dispute with the royal household dragged on for years and that Clarence House staff were unhelpful in progressing it and were seemingly blocking our every move. Oh, boo-hoo. I told you that this video was going to be a confirmation of the real character of both William and Harry, and to each his own. Anyway, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. My wonderful 107,000 Royal Rogues plus the 400,000 who haven't subscribed yet, I love you all. Remember to like this video and the 2 most important words, much love and bliss.